Dr. Ross Perry, and today is the 23rd of September, and I'm here with my friend Josh, and he's brought me a what sort of owl?
Boobook.
A Boobook owl. No, we do know, but it helps to have a bit of interaction. This little Boobook owl, what's the story? It's been...
He was handed into a vet clinic.
Just checking this puncture wound here. Just making sure that there's no feathers being pushed through into the brain. I can't see any, so I'm just basically making sure that the wound is clean. Comes right down to here. Getting any feathers, because I don't want to glue any feathers or close over the skin if there's any debris to be removed. Well, it's all just connective tissue. And the same with this one over here. I've already had a bit of a look at this one over here. Alright, so we're going to close those two wounds with some tissue glue at the moment. Alright, so next step is calming it. Just calming it for the moment. So 214 grams for the record, right? So we can work out a dose rate there. 212, 214, somewhere around about that. So I'm using calming energy. I'm not just doing all this sort of stuff cruelly or something like that. In case people don't know how I work, I always invite help. I always bring in, if I'm if I'm a clear channel, I bring in a different altered state for both myself and for the bird when I'm working with birdies, if I can. Some days I can, some days I can't. Today we're doing it. Anyway, we're now going to just tissue glue these wounds closed, so you may want that might come in close for this. So I'm just sliding the skin across and putting a tiny little blob of glue there, and then just close that. That's one. Give it a few moments. Right, that's that wound closed. Now this one here, I'll bring the skin together, not in alignment. I'll slide the skin away from the underlying wound. I'm doing that. So we've cleaned and disinfected the wounds. Now there's a little bit more to be done down here. It's a mistake to try and get it all done in one gluing. It's better to do a little bit, and just work along. So there's the outcome. So instead of having the exposed wound there that's being held together there, there is another small wound in under the feathers here that I can feel just about there, but I think it's only a very small one, so I'm going to leave that little clump of feathers there. I think, yeah, I'll leave that there, but there is another bit there that we'll just be aware of, and we'll now start dosing our friend with some drugs in the short term, but only in the short term. And I want to have a look in his mouth, just make sure he hasn't got any canker or anything like that. Why did he get sick in the first place? We're having a look down the mouth there, down the throat. There's no signs of canker. He hasn't been eating any pigeons dying from canker by the look of it. But we'll have a look. And his general body condition is fairly good. Needs a fair bit of work on those feathers, doesn't he? It's been mangled there, and those feathers are all out of alignment, so some hot water on those feathers, Josh. Just to, it may save that feather that's been damaged a bit, may make it useful, because he has to be in pretty good condition to be able to catch food. But fortunately it's a a time of abundance in terms of creatures around for him. So in terms of his prey. Okay, all right, well, we'll get an injection Metacam into him in the short term. We'll get some antibiotics into him in the short term, and I want him to have some of that favoured glyconutrient powder as well.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
Radio 5. Thank you.